Hello there, and welcome to another Suruga-Ya Unboxing. We've got our big box of goodies shipped all the way from Japan, and this package actually literally came overnight. I ordered it, not overnight from when I shipped it, but I ordered it a couple days ago, and then yesterday I got the shipping notice from Suruga-Ya that it was being shipped, and it'd be here Monday. I'm filming this on a Friday, and then I got a notification. It always comes early in the shipping notice. So today I checked the shipping notification, and when I checked DHL, it was one state over. So I was like, oh, I should get it tomorrow then. And then I get a text like an hour later, your package will arrive today. I was like, holy crap, we just got overnight from Japan. So here is the magical Suruga-Ya overnight ship box from Japan. Free shipping, mind you. Free shipping. Suruga-Ya, I have been promoting your stuff for the last several months. Sponsor me, please. Just saying. I'm not trying to whore myself out there, but a sponsorship would be awesome. But I'm going to hand the box off camera to Mystery Hands, aka Keenan, who, if you watch the streams or any of the gameplay stuff, he's the guy I'm normally talking to because I'm playing these single player games so he can watch and have fun, and he's my best friend. So, but he doesn't want to be on camera, so he can be Mystery Hands. So he's going to hand me the first item out of the box, which is Sega Saturn Street Fighter Zero, known in the West, Street Fighter Alpha. I remember I always loved Street Fighter 2 when I was a kid. Had it for the Super Nintendo, played it at the arcade all the time. And I remember when Alpha was coming out and the art style, which you can see on the back there, that like anime art style. Seeing this in like Game Pro, EGM, just captivated me. Like, just look at that picture of Ken and Ryu on the back. And then we got Chun-Li on the disc. And as per usual, secondhand disc coming from Japan. Almost no blemishes. It looks brand new. This is a game I'm awaiting to play on the Sega Saturn. I still need to play Street Fighter 6. I've owned Street Fighter 6 since it came out, and I've yet to play it. But just some of the artwork there, the moves, the kicks, and everything. Street Fighter Alpha I always just thought was the coolest game. My buddy had it on the Super Nintendo, which it's pretty terrible on the Super Nintendo. The frame rate is like 20 frames per second. The way to play it would be on the PlayStation or the Sega Saturn. I don't have a Japanese PlayStation. You can see the PlayStation in the back, but I do have a Japanese Sega Saturn, and this was 600 yen, roughly $4. So buying this on from Japan to play on the Japanese Sega Saturn, as opposed to paying like 25, 30 bucks for the American PlayStation version. So that's a steal right there. Set up right there, you can see it. Mystery Hands, next game. Sunoco Fever 2, aka a pachinko game for the Super Famicom, Super Nintendo. My Super Nintendo is region free from a mod, which I think I have a video of me modding that on the channel, or at least a how-to I talk about. So yeah, I got this complete in box. Again, this was super cheap. This might have been less than 600 yen. Let's see, do I have a price tag on this here? I do not, and my shipping label I don't have right now. Throw that paper to a side. So, kind of a cheat why I ordered this. So, I did want to get a pachinko game for my N64 because I want to learn pachinko. It is calling to me every time I go to Japan. I just see the flashing lights and everything like that, like a freaking slot machine addict. I want to go at it, but I have no idea how to play it, and I don't just want to give my money away. So I was like, I'm going to get a video game and I'm going to learn to play pachinko. I got a Super Famicom one because this is complete in box. I did not do an unboxing for my last order from Suruga-Ya because it was just a bunch of boxes and manuals, so I was like, that's not a really good thing. But I did get, wow, this game is in really good condition. I did get a box for Final Fantasy VI, which you can see next to the gold cartridge there, to go with my Final Fantasy VI cartridge I picked up in Japan, but it didn't have the inner case. So now I have an inner case for it. So now that's complete and worth way more money than the 300 yen I paid for it. So this is going to go in the Final Fantasy case. But this game, I like how it's got the manual's in great condition too. I kind of feel bad that I'm dissecting this because this is all in really good condition. Like, there's no real sun fading or anything. All the labels on this are good. But I am actually excited to play this because I do want to learn how to play pachinko, because I do want to play pachinko next time I go to Japan, which you don't technically gamble with it. You spend money, you get balls, you trade balls. I believe just for prizes. Maybe you can trade them for money, but you win balls, you don't win money. So technically it's not gambling. It skirts the law, kind of. Um, but yeah, so but I'm guessing that's basically supposed to say Pachinko Fever 2. Got that for the Famicom. Again, cannibalizing this to make my Final Fantasy VI complete in box. Because though I gotta find the manual. I have the manual. I don't know where I put it because I was like looking at it here. It's somewhere. I'll find it. All right, Mystery Hands from Keenan. Next game. Next game, a GameCube classic. I never owned this. My buddy owned it in college. We played it a lot, and that is Soul Calibur 2 for the GameCube. And this, of course, is the best version of Soul Calibur 2 because you get to play as Link in it. So I'm trying to open this so you can see. All right, we're just going to cut the plastic. I think it's vac sealed. You get to play as Link in this one, which is why I wanted it. Though I might order the PlayStation 2 version of this from Japan because that cover of Vader battling one of the characters on the PlayStation 2 version is so cool looking. I might just order it just for display back there. But yeah, the plastic or the cardboard sleeve is in great condition. This one though was like 700 yen cheaper because it does not come with the manual. It does have the inserts. Weird how it has all the inserts but doesn't have the manual. Who was this person who owned this game? You lose the manual but you kept all the inserts. But I don't really need the manual. That disc, look how good that disc looks. And there's the front. It's just Soul Calibur in green. But the manual is only 400 yen. So I saved 700 yen by not ordering the manual. Probably on my next Suruga-Ya order, I will order that manual for 400 yen. And I've saved 300 yen overall on that whole thing. But that's if I want to get the manual. But with my GameCube games, oh, that's another thing with that other order that I didn't do an unboxing for because it was just small things. I ordered the sleeves for the games I unboxed with the Spice Orange GameCube because they didn't have sleeves. I wanted to have sleeves, except for the Kirby sleeve. The Kirby sleeve is still $26. That won't have a sleeve for a while. But I want my GameCube games to have sleeves, so the spines are out and it looks good. Kanan, next. Oh no, toppling. Next one, please. And so I'm gonna lose a little Nintendo Street cred with the confession I'm about to make. I have never played Mario Kart Double Dash. I know. It's appalling, really. I said I could finally be a Nintendo YouTuber because I got my Spice Orange GameCube. But then you're like, dude, you've never played Double Dash. How can you be a Nintendo YouTuber? Whoa. I know it's a shocking admission on my part, right, Bowie? As you show off for the camera. But this is going to lead to a series. I've never played Mario Kart Double Dash, so I'm going to go through and play all the single player stuff and earn everything on this game. I'm going to live stream it, going to post it on the YouTube channel, so it creates content at least. But yeah, everyone says this is the best Mario Kart game. I'm going to put that to the test because this is the only one I haven't played. So, and also the reason why I've never played this is this came out when I was in college and I was poor. So I didn't have an extra like $50-$60 lying around to just buy any game. And my buddies and I, as you know from the top 30 games of all time, we were still killing it on Mario Kart 64. So the need to upgrade was not there for this game because we were still loving Mario Kart 64. So now I have it. I'm going to upgrade it, or I've upgraded it. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to stream it, and we're going to find out just how good this is. And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe this should have taken the place of Mario Kart 64 on the list. And maybe I'll have to well, I'm going to redo my list eventually because new games come out. Some old games maybe hit differently. But yeah, there's Double Dash. The sleeve's not in the best condition, but we'll make do. This one does have the manual though. Little spot for your memory card. Let's check out the game disc. Great condition still. God, I love the Japanese with their secondhand stuff. They don't fuck things up. But that looks, from what I've seen from the American Double Dash, that's pretty close to the disc art on it. And then we've got our instruction manual. Bo, is this awesome?
Yeah.
Is this awesome?
It is awesome.
It's very awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was this a good purchase by Dad? So yeah, so I'm gonna be able to try this game out, and maybe I'll stream this tonight. I know Keenan's hanging out this weekend, so we're gonna do some BioShock. So maybe we'll get to this after we've freaked ourselves out from BioShock.
Here I am.
Here he is, right there.
Good job.
All right. Next up, Keenan.
What are there?
Other one. And this one. So I made the mention of this.
Big one.
The only medium I didn't own the Crow on, and now I've got it on Laserdisc. And again, as I've said before with American movies, kanji just makes it look more like, look at that. Like, so I'm going to display this in the detail behind me, right there where I've got my Mafix Crow, and you see Thor and SH Figure Arts, Nina Jones. But do I display it like this with the classic movie poster, or do I have this badass artwork on the back? I don't know. It'll probably be like this. It'll probably be the main movie poster. But this looks so cool. So I was happy when Keenan handed this to me, because the preview just showed the basic thing. It didn't show the spine with the kanji and everything like that. So I was like, it's just gonna look like the American Crow. Kind of disappointing, but nope. We've got the kanji there to make it cool. And this is actually called the Crow Flying Legend in Japan. So it's not just the Crow, it's the Crow Flying Legend. So awesome addition to my weird collection of Japanese Laserdiscs that randomly started because I saw that Indiana Jones Laserdisc when I was making my 600 yen and under. This was not 600 yen. This is actually more than 600 yen. But excited to have this at the collection. And it's the Crow. I love the Crow. Stay tuned for my top comic book movies of all time to see where that ranks. All right, and last but not least, the coup de grace to my Nintendo collection. As you hear Voltron in the background. You having fun with that Voltron back there, buddy? Mario Artist on the Nintendo DD. And as we know, the DD did not come out in the U.S., only came out in the Japanese market. So it's very rare, and I don't own a DD yet. I will one day, but I do want a piece of that DD action. So getting the DD cart, which is kind of like just like a floppy disk from back in the day, to have into my collection. Just like the cart that you slide in the little slot down there, kind of similar to the Famicom disc system. To have this into my collection is pretty cool. This was more expensive than anything I bought from Suruga-Ya just yet. But yeah, just to have this in my collection. To one day I want a DD, if possible a working DD. But we've got our instruction manual right there. You can use the Nintendo mouse with it. You can hook it up to the internet and download stuff. There was 3 different Mario Artist games for this. But yeah, this is a game that I won't get to play for some time now, because the cheapest I've seen a DD is $1,800, and I ain't making that YouTube money yet. So that's gonna be kind of a pipe dream there. But yeah, having a DD game is something I've always wanted for my collection. There's the spine right there. I think it's gonna get displayed like this, maybe be on the shelf like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, having this not for resale. So we broke a few laws buying this game. See on the back there, it says no resale. Because if you don't know, like, the way they distributed the DD at first was you ordered the DD on like a subscription-based service. So you got it, you paid a monthly fee, and then you got several games with that. And I think it's only like 1,500 were ever sold into the public. So, and this ran on RANnet, which was like the internet service for Nintendo games back in the day. Super Famicom also ran on RANnet because they had internet access for those games there. So yeah, having a DD game in my collection is really cool. I'm super excited about that. That was kind of what this whole order was based around. I was like, I'm going to order this game, but I'm not just going to order one thing. I got to get some stuff to go around it. And for the most part, it's like a Nintendo party. We've got the DD game. We've got Soul Calibur 2. We got Mario Kart Double Dash. We've got Pachinko Fever 2, which I'm cannibalizing the inner box for my Final Fantasy 6. We've got Street Fighter Alpha or Street Fighter Zero, and then the non-video game, maybe the last Laserdisc I buy for a long time, because I'm running out of places to display them. So we got the Crow on Laserdisc, which is actually, once I found out there was Crow on the Laserdisc, I wanted it. So I believe I now own the Crow on every medium possible. I own the VHS. I own the DVD. I own the Laserdisc. I have Blu-ray. I now have the 4K, which just came out. So, of course, I've got it digitally. I don't think it came out on the PSP UMD. I've yet to find one yet. So, I can now say I own every possible avenue of owning the Crow movie there is. So that's a completed collection there. I don't have to worry about it anymore. That collection's complete. If I die tomorrow, I know I completed one collection because everything else is still open. I don't have every N64 game. Getting close, but I don't have them all. So, as I do in every unboxing, kind of picking a favorite. The Crow's up there, but I think just something I've wanted since I was a little kid because they promised us the DD. It was in EGM. It was in Nintendo Power. It was in GameCube, Game Pro. It was in Game Informer. They talked about it. It was coming to the U.S., and it didn't come to the U.S. So having a DD cart to add to my Nintendo collection, I think is just the coolest thing. Just holding one of these, because in my many trips to Japan, I've never found a DD. I've never found a DD game in my searches. So having one in my possession now, because I've never actually seen one in person. I've never seen one at a game store in America. I know they probably exist somewhere, but I've never seen it. So having one now in my collection, having never actually laid eyes on one in person before, is just super cool. So this wins it this week for me. So in the comments, let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite thing was that I unboxed today. There'll be more of these unboxings. They might be fewer and far between because I'm running out of room with the game collection shelf, and also running out of stuff I want to buy. So I've got to find, I got to do some research and find some niche Japanese 64, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast games that I haven't heard of that look cool that I can play without being able to read Japanese. So there's the video. Do not forget to like if you like this video, and if you hated the video, go ahead and dislike it. If Keenan being off camera annoyed you, let me know. I'll drag his ass on camera for the next one. Yeah, so just let me know what you thought. Like if you haven't subscribed and you want to come back for some more Japanese video game and Laserdisc unboxing, gameplay videos, top 10 lists. I do a lot of stuff because it's a hobby and I have the time to post every day. So usually there's something new every day. Speedrun Saturdays coming up, which is tomorrow when I'm filming this, but you're probably going to be watching this on a Monday or Tuesday. So there will be a Speedrun Saturday the following Saturday because that's a weekly show we do. But thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. It can't rain all the time. You have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.